It's interesting. The idea for this podcast came about on LinkedIn when Anders posted about a new type of CFO, the social CFO, went viral, and I think this inspired you, Judy, and you sort of reposted, got lots of comments and things like that. And but you mentioned just now the collaboration, the importance of collaboration. It seems like Anders struck upon something that really resonated. You get quite a lot of feedback about that, Anders.
Yeah, I think, when you put people in boxes, it always puts people on fences, right? Then they come out and say, what's actually happening here? Then they look at it and say, that actually makes sense. I need to be more social. It might not sit well with me, but actually that's what I need to do. I can know my numbers, I can know my analytics, I can know the technology, I can know the strategy, and I can be a disruptor. But if I cannot go out there and sell my insights, so it changes decisions and build relationships, not just with other leaders or senior managers, but also customers and other stakeholders like shareholders, etc. Then it just all falls flat. And I think everyone knows that by now. We all know we need to do this, but knowing you need to do something is not the same thing as you are doing it, because you struggle with the how. How am I actually gonna be more social? If I look at my own journey, when I started in Maersk for 13 and a half years ago, picking up the phone and calling someone was terrifying to me. Walking over to them, I just did not do it, right? So I was not very social. Then, 5-6 years back, I think I made a must-win battle for myself to, become better at this, socializing, networking, building relationships. And I think, when I met you, Steve, back at the FD event 5 years ago, there was a completely different experience for me than it would have been, let's say, 10 years ago. There, I could, be part of the conversation, steer the conversation, be an active, engaged participant. And so I think we have to make a choice for ourselves and say, can I become more social? I don't think you should be the most sociable person in the world, but can I become more social? And if the answer is yes, then there's you just got to put yourself out there. It's outside the comfort zone that it happens. If the answer is no, there are also options for you, right? You can't dig into the data science or the tech part of it, and you still have to engage with a few people, but then there will be other people that can take your insights and go and help business stakeholders make better decisions with that. So I think it comes down to the personal choice and say, do I want to become more social, and then steer your career and the choices in whatever direction that fits.
Absolutely right, because I always think about a relationship. When I talk about collaboration, it has to be a push and pull. So it's not only me calling, I got some numbers, I got some results, I want to tell you something. This is also them picking up the phone and calling us, hey, I'm considering doing this. What do you think? What do you see? What do you hear? So it's a collaborative effort that goes way beyond the numbers. It's about strategy. So I always call ourselves that. I say to my team that I believe that we graduated when we become co-pilots. And that could be whatever level we are. So it doesn't have to be, so it's CFO to CEO, but it's also every level. If they trust you enough that they share with you their vulnerabilities, their questions, their doubts, what they are struggling with, then you earn that trust, like Anders was saying, and that's where the beauty comes. So social is a piece, because if you are not approachable, people will only see you for whatever numbers and results that day you deliver.